Hey, what's up everybody? Chad Nicely here, ready to do an incredible demo for AI Bot Studio. And I'm sure you're gonna agree that this platform is stupid simple, very intuitive, and very powerful. And quite frankly, it has a smoking gun you've never seen before, and it's the platform everybody's been waiting for. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and log in. And now you see I'm over here on the dashboard, and these are all bots that I have built out. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and click on Create a Bot. And I'm going to go ahead and name this bot the GOAT offer. And for the description, I'm going to go ahead and put the same thing. Click Save Changes. And there you go. Now you see we've created our bot. And so now I'm going to go ahead and edit this bot. And so you see that we have a very simple interface. Okay, this is nothing complicated. It doesn't need to be complicated. So the first thing that we're going to do is if you look over here on the right hand side of the screen, you're going to see a preview of what it is we are building out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my headline, and you see that it updates over here. I'm going to go ahead and put in my description, which is going to go right here, and it updates over here. And then over here for my greeting, I'm going to go ahead and put this right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and leave this to say, ask me anything. And that's it. We're going to go ahead and click Save button, and there we go. All right, next, we're going to come over here to the AI assistant. So every single bot that we create requires an assistant. Now, if you don't have an AI account, guess what? You can go ahead and use our admin account here, okay? But if I were to go ahead and pull down this menu, then what happens is I'm able to use my API key. And you're going to put your API key over here, okay? And so you see there are two options available. So the first one is you can choose an existing assistant. And so if I were to pull this down, these are all assistants that I have already built inside the playground in OpenAI. Or what you can do is you can come over here and select on Ready Experts. And what's going to happen is the first thing is you're going to go ahead and choose your GPT model, right? So I can go through and I can put it on GPT-4 if I want to. And then I can come over here and here's my categories. So professional services, health and wellness, education and learning, technology, lifestyle, food and beverage, arts and entertainment, parenting, business and entrepreneurship, miscellaneous. I'm going to go ahead and choose business entrepreneurship. And then what I can do, check this out. I can come over here and I can go ahead and choose one of these experts. So I'm going to go ahead and choose customer support trainer. Okay. And now look what it's doing over here on the right hand side. It is going through and it is creating instructions for this assistant, for this expert, right? And these are not instructions that are saved inside of our software or anything else. These are instructions that always come up in real time. And so I could go ahead and refresh these instructions if I wanted to as well. Now, what's awesome about this is AI Bot Studio is committed to keeping up with the current updates that happen inside of AI, right? And so you can see the instructions here says web search instructions future proof. So once a web search feature is available, use it to access up-to-date information about companies' products, services, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we know that AI is going to flip a switch and then you're going to be able to pull in URLs and it'll be able to access the internet and everything else. So as it keeps evolving, guess what? We're going to keep updating our system so that it's able to handle everything new that AI rolls out with. So this will be the last AI platform that you ever build. Now, I can come through here, I can go ahead and make changes, but if I'm happy with it, all I'm going to do is come over here and click on the Save Assistant button. Now, I'm not going to actually do that because I don't want to save this assistant, but that's how fast you're able to go and pull the latest expert right into your account. And so what happens is, as soon as we click this button, it is going to save the assistant inside of your OpenAI account. Or if you're using admin, it will save it in our account so that you're able to use it for your bots. Now, here's what's awesome, okay? So you've seen how this works, but what if you have an idea for an expert, for an assistant, and it's not here in the menu? Well, guess what? The sky is the limit. And you can be as creative as you want to. Even though we have all of these set up for you, let's just come up with something completely off the wall. Like, since I'm from Wyoming, how about this? I'm going to create an assistant on being a professional walleye fisherman, right? So walleye is a type of fish. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on this link that says Assistant Creator. And now you see we're over here on the assistant creator. Now this is very, very easy. You're either gonna go ahead and choose our admin account, or you're gonna choose your API key, which is over here. And then see where it says, what would you like your topic to be? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and paste in, just like we talked, walleye expert in Wyoming, just like that. And I'm gonna click generate instructions. And you're gonna see over here on the right-hand side, it is going to create an expert for walleye in Wyoming, right? And so look at this, check this out. Look at, as a walleye expert in Wyoming, your primary responsibility is to provide users accurate and practical advice related to walleye fishing in Wyoming. Knowledge-based instructions, tips for clean, like look at this. This is awesome, right? Now, if I didn't want to type in a search term, and by the way, that search term can be anything you want, right? And it will generate what you see over here on the side. But if I didn't want to do a search term, I could go ahead and start with blank instructions. Now, what happens is now that we're happy with our expert, right, with our assistant, we can go ahead and click save on the assistant. And then once we do that, it will then save the assistant inside of the admin account or your account. And now we can go ahead and pull it into our bot. And so I hope you're starting to understand that you don't have to be overwhelmed with all the AI and the playground and everything with assistants and GPT. All you got to know is what is it you want to build an expert on, and we can handle anything. If we haven't figured it out for you already, then you just go ahead and type in your search term and you generate the instructions. Now, let's head on back over here and let's build out our bot. All right, so my existing assistant is already here, but if we wanted to, we could go ahead and pull in the walleye fisherman. All right, but now let's come on over here to this one tab that says quick buttons, okay? And once again, you can see that we have our chatbot over here. You're also gonna see a preview of the page that's being built out as well. So yes, you have a page as well, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and flip this on, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna create some buttons really quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and say features. Next, I'm gonna say free trial. And next, I'm gonna say platinum offer, okay? And so you can see that it's gone and it's added these three buttons at the bottom. And so when somebody clicks those, it will go ahead and give an answer, right? Because it's got the base. Okay, and then if we want to, we can come over here and we can go ahead and turn on a welcome gate, okay? And what that does is that allows you to collect leads right as somebody starts to type inside of your chatbot, right? Pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click Save Settings. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to this icon. Okay, so now we have our GPT set up, right? AI is ready to rock and roll. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed the monster, right? We're gonna feed the bot. And the way we do that is we go ahead and drop in any files that we have here. We can go ahead and place any text that we have here. And then this is probably my favorite. You can go through and you can list out all of your URLs. It could be blog posts, it could be sales pages, it could be order forms. It doesn't really matter. And what AI Bot Studio will do is not only is it going to save the URL, but it's going to go analyze the URL and it's going to read everything and it's going to study it and it's going to learn from that. So you just want to keep feeding URLs into your bot. And then we can come over here and we can do Q&As. And then the final one is we can come over here and we can go ahead and link it to other bots. So yes, even the other bots that you've already built, you can use as a data source inside of AI Bot Studio. All right, so let's come on over here to Files. And I can go ahead and drop in this file here. And you can see that it's now got this PDF here. And then I can come over here to text. I'm just going to go ahead and paste some of the text here. I can come over here to my website and I can go ahead and put greatest offer of all time.com. And then I could come over here and click on Q&A and I can add as much of this as I want to. So I'm going to say, how much does it cost to get started? And the answer is going to be $7, right? And so that's how you're going to train your bot. And you can come in here And you can go ahead and keep loading files and text messages and put more website URLs in there and put more Q&As. And you can see that it's going to calculate your chatbot properties over here on the right-hand side. Now, what's awesome about this is we're setting up our course builder so that it automatically feeds the courses into your bots. And we're setting up our landing pages and our sales page builder so that every single time you build a sales page or a landing page, it feeds your bot automatically without you doing anything. So everything that we can think of whenever we're creating content, we're trying to find a way to tie it into the system so that it automatically feeds our bots. You see, that's the value of this platform, not just the software, but this is a flagship platform that we are going to keep building out. Okay, so now we've got past feeding the monster. Now let's come over here and let's click on this paint bucket. All right, now pay attention to what we have over here on the right hand side. Okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly set up the branding for the bot as well as the page. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place this logo right here. So I'm going to come over here to main logo and I'm going to go ahead and load that. And you can see there is my main logo. Okay, next we're going to come over here to our round logo and we'll go ahead and do this blue one. And you can see that's right here and up here. And now we'll come over here to our widget and I'll go ahead and choose this black one and you'll see that here in a second. Okay, now I like these colors here, but I want to make this one right here black. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go ahead and make this guy black. And of course, we're going to make this white. There we go. I'm pretty happy with the overall design. The only thing is I want to go ahead and color that. I want to match the branding that I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and make that the main color. And there we go. That's my exact color scheme that I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Save Settings. And now let's go ahead and see what we've done. So we're going to come over here and click on Page URL. And so now you can see that we have this beautiful page that's just sitting here waiting for us for our bot, right? And so I can very easily come over here and just go ahead and click on these buttons here. And you can see that it's going to keep a recent conversation history over here on the right-hand side. But it's going to go through and it's going to say, okay, here's everything included with the platinum offer. And then I'm going to come over here and say, okay, well, what makes the GOAT offer so special, right? And I could just sit here and I could just keep asking it questions over and over and over, right? But check out the UI, guys. Everything is super, super clean. Like we spent a lot of time doing this. And at the same time, over here on the right-hand side, you're able to see a preview and you're actually able to embed this beautiful chat widget that you see over here that has the nice, clean, professional designs that everybody's going to love and everybody's going to be super, super happy with, right? So I can come over here and say, how much does this cost? Okay, and you can see it actually work on both sides. And then what you can do is you can come over here and you can turn this preview off, right? So I think you're starting to understand how amazingly simple it is to go through and actually create your bot, and you get a page at the same time, and you get to embed it, and you don't have to mess with AI. We've given you 100 done-for-you experts, and even then, if the expert that you want isn't there, you come over here to our assistant creator, and you go ahead and just the sky's the limit, and you can create an expert on anything you can think of. But guess what? I've left the smoking gun for last, because you see, now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on this icon right here. And you might notice that looks a little something like Meta, also known as Facebook. And so what if I told you with one single click of the mouse, now you don't have to do these big old mind maps and workflows and all this complicated stuff and Zapier and everything else. You simply come over here and you click one button and you'll go ahead and connect to your WhatsApp. You just go ahead and authorize it. And then you're going to connect to your Messenger. And then you're going to connect to your Instagram. And now what happens is this beautiful bot is now displayed inside of WhatsApp, inside of Messenger, and inside of Instagram for the first time ever, without any complications, without any confusions, without having to connect more pieces of software. And you're able to do this for every single one of your bots. And that is where I'm gonna cut this video in half, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to my phone and I'm gonna actually show you what this looks like here on my phone so that you can see for yourself just how powerful this app is. All right, so stay tuned for part number 2.